Lewis is cranking it now with a full ball multi-ball.
3 balls.
Down to 2 balls. Oh, there's the jackpot. There you go, you got the lottery.
Lottery frenzy.
Can you please?
You're right. Can we do your lottery shots?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. Nice. One more in the scoop and you're out of ball.
One.
It's in the phone. In the phone, quick. Oh! That was very good first ball. Just leave it. So this is a bit of an issue actually with dialed in on this machine anyway. I think I got the level set pretty right, but the ball very occasionally does balance behind the guy.
Beating you by 1,000 points, Dad.
Right. That's it.
You got a mode yet?
I've got one mode, but I didn't do very well. Big bang's lit, so start your mode. So we're good. Safe. Nice. Right in there. Oh, dear.
No!
Got the big bang outside of the mode. 50,000 points.
That was faster. Oh, I'm gonna get another mode score.
I'd start your mode.
Oh, so close.
Gotta hit it harder. Trap.
I should do it right from this one. Mode first.
Oh, good ball. Now, you got extra ball lit up there too, Crazy Bobs.
What I should do is maybe I was gonna get mode and
Oh, extra ball.
Straw ball.
There you go.
Shoot again.
okay, wait. Yeah, play one. Get this off. Oh, this off. Thumbs up.
Shoot from that rim.
Nice. Oh, good save, mate. Well done.
Yes.
That's it.
Yo, my battery's charged, but my
Go
phone
for
is
extra
dead.
ball.
That must be an EMP.
Another extra ball.
Yep.
Oh,
Magnetic posts about no more.
Beautiful.
extra ball!
And you got Drones Gone Wild multi-ball. So in this multi-ball,
I never got this multiple.
no, you go for the drones targets. So the ones up here. If you get 3 of them, you get a SIM card. Oh, you'll be right, because I'm ball safe. Okay, and go up the middle for Quantum Theatre multi-ball. Get in the theatre. Come on.
Magnetic pulse activity is snarled traffic
Do it.
in the loop.
Yes.
I had a delivery
Oh
down.
no, it's still in EMP mode. Oh.
I got
400,000.
extra ball again.
Yes. Oh, you got another extra ball?
As cancelled.
Remember?
Alert.
Oh yeah, you're going to clean me up.
Oh.
So yeah, Lewis is close enough to half a million points here, and I'm on a paltry,
Oh.
what is
You'll
it,
go.
27,000.
Right.
Shoot from that
Don't get too cocky, mate.
I'm gonna have to wait. Do multiple.
Oh. There we go. So what do we got on? Flash fire mode. So in this mode, you got to do ramp and then the bob targets.
Warning network alert.
or it's got to be left ramp. And then the bob targets are these 3 yellow stand-ups where the blue lights are.
Shoot the left ramp.
Kickback is lit. Crazy.
Oh dear.
Hey,
Normally not too hard a mode, I don't find.
BOB targets.
If you can hit the BOV targets.
Selfie time. Crazy.
So selfie time's just a frenzy mode. Every time you hit a switch, it takes a photo of you and it's worth points. So it's pretty fun for the kids to pull a face while you're doing it. And I can bring multi-ball into it as well. Oh dear.
Careful.
you're not gonna get multiple.
Yes, I can.
There's a mystery package awaiting pickup.
Can I steal your multiple, Dad?
What's that, mate?
Can I steal your multiple?
No.
Return to nearly normal.
I'm gonna
So the mode was pretty lackluster then. Oh,
get it. Are you beating me?
Shoot the theater.
shouldn't have scratched my head.
Huh?
Whatever. Oh no, you're whooping me.
Oh yes. Ready? Oh, just a
Okay, Quantum Theatre Multiball. So I'm receiving start a mode loop,
Fully charged.
although play the volleyball maybe. That's it.
Watch the
Okay.
theater multi-ball.
This is the first time you've got this, isn't it?
oh yeah.
So this Quantum Theatre Multiball, it's a new multiball with the new code.
Extra ball.
Yeah, good one. If I'm completely honest, I don't really know what you got to do, but I think you've got to build up the
I know what to do.
the things that you qualified. So theatre looks like a pretty good shot, and your ramps, and I think your other, so your spider and your drone will be, and the QED guy are worth points. So
I hate this man.
There goes another special delivery.
That mode.
we'll be safe.
Mystery package awaiting pickup.
Yeah.
Mobile Road. Crazy.
I hate the movies. Shoot again.
Alright, okay, 2 modes to go, mate.
2 modes.
To get, so start your mode, and you get Chaos in Quantum City.
It's gonna be my first time.
Yeah. Oh, nice save.
That's like a magnum.
Okay.
Go!
Oh, bad luck. Alright, go.
Hey. Oh no, that was my last ball.
Yeah, that's your last ball, that's alright.
Oh no, you're gonna beat me. You're gonna beat me.
No, I don't think so.
I had my multi-ball lit and I had my 2 modes lit.
Electronics representative.
Multi-ball.
And between the other 3. Okay.
3, 2, impact.
Oh no.
There you go, mate. You absolutely whooped me. 500,000 to 100,000. Well done. There you go. Put your name in. There you go. Okay. Don't be silly, mate. Put your things in.
Hi.
Yeah, no, Lewis was, that was a pretty good save, Alex. Come on. And then we'll explain some of the rules. So that was our warm-up game. Dialed in is good in that it gives a high score of the day. Right, take it.
You take it.
Takes a photo of the highest score of the day.
I score.
Right, There you go. Rightio. So explaining some of the rules of this. Hopefully that gave you a little quick overview of the gameplay. But like I said at the start, the basic rule is hit this guy, the QED guy, to charge the phone.
Crazy Bob.
And, well, once you've hit him enough times, the phone will light green, and then you can start a mode. So
Say something about it.
you can just see on the camera from above, there's actually 11 modes on the phone. And so, yeah, hit the guy, do the mode. The mode is timed for roughly 30 seconds. And if you complete the mode, all the objectives of the mode, it will light the SIM card shot. So the SIM card is the scoop that is about there. So you've got an upper flipper here. It's a very, very hard shot to get.
Easy for me.
Easy for Lewis. If you have got your eye in, you can do it with the upper flipper. I tend to try and glance it off the inside edge of that blue target there, just to the right of the theatre, or off the outside edge, on the left-hand edge of the left-hand target. And it bounces around and drops in.
I can tell you something about it.
Righto, what do you reckon?
The first time you get a mode, you can only hit it. You can only hit it once, and then you get mode.
Yep.
But your second time you get a mode, you have to hit it twice.
Yep.
Oopsie. And then the third time you have to hit it 3 times.
That's right. So as the modes progress, just wait, it gets harder and harder to actually charge up the guy, charge the phone. So yeah, just wait. So the idea is, if you complete the mode for time but you don't do all the objectives, you get some points. But if you complete all the objectives within the time limit, it lights that SIM card shot, the hard one we were just talking about. If you collect a SIM card, it will give you a letter of dialed in down here. Okay? So the overall objective of the game is to start modes, complete modes.
EDIN.
Yep. Start modes, finish modes, complete them, collect SIM cards, spell dialed in. If you get 8 SIM cards spelling the 8 letters of dialed in, you will get to the final showdown, which I am yet to achieve. So
Which Dad's never got.
there is a mini wizard mode, which is when you've finished 6 modes. So you don't actually have to complete all the objectives, you just have to get through them time-wise. And that's called Chaos in Quantum City. And
that's what you get. It's like a multi-ball and a mode.
Yeah,
together.
that's right. So it's called a wizard mode. And then or mini wizard mode. Then one of the other wizard modes is Armageddon. So when you get all...
that's your last mode.
That's right. When you get all 11 of the modes, the phone will light for Armageddon. And it's a 60-second, I think.
And it's fire.
Multi-ball with ball save on the whole time.
And the problem is it's on fire.
Yeah, that's right. The whole thing's on fire. So you got to do all your jackpot shots. So normally your jackpot shots in multi-ball are ramp. Now it says left ramp, right ramp, sorry. And it's actually the right orbit shot, which transitions into a ramp and comes back down here. And then you've got the upper ramp as well. And where was I going with that? Yeah, so that's Armageddon. I've got to Armageddon probably 6 or 8 times.
What?
So
That's impossible.
no, it's possible.
You've
But
probably
yeah,
got it
final
5 times.
showdown is still eluding me. The other thing that's going on is you've got your Bob targets, B-O-B here. So you hit them and it actually...
And what happens is you
Yep.
get selfie mode where Dad just got, where you get pictures, and then you get emojis where there's just emojis on the screen and you have to hit them to get certain emojis. And then there's one more.
Yeah, what is it? It's a lottery mode.
It's where you
So you
scratch
get it in the theatre and you've actually got to wave your hand because there's a camera on the machine to scratch the lottery ticket. But also, lighting Bob lights the kickback shot here. So it's actually not a bad strategy if you've got your eye in to try and light that, so you've got a ball save on this lane. The other thing that's going on is you've got the Big Bang. So there's 2 stand-up targets where the flashing Big Bang insert is.
And if you're in a mode, you hit that and it's
Well, just a sec. So you got to hit it 3 times to light it, and then it lights the Big Bang shot, which is up here, and it's quite a hard shot. You've got to do it from this flipper here and be spot on your aim. And what does it do?
happens is when you hit it, and if you're in a mode, the Big Bang finishes the mode for you.
Correct. But what you don't get is points for completing all the shots, but it does like the SIM card. So some people don't like to use it, others do.
I don't.
So we might play a little bit. I'll turn the volume back up a little bit.
Hello.
Right,
Please,
here you go, mate. There is a skill shot. Ugh,
What a bad ball.
that was a very bad start. So the skill shot is a soft plunge that goes past the pop bumpers, but not hard enough to go up the ramp. So, and then there's flashing lights in the shooter lane, and depending on when you launch the ball, which light is lit, that'll depend on the award. Personally, I'd find watching that and getting the right strength on the pole a bit hard. But if you do get it, then it spits it back out, and if you hit Big Bang or your SIM card shot, or it might be SIM card or the ramp, it is a super skill shot, and it gives you a bit more. So that was a bit too powerful. So general strategy for me is hit the guy, charge the phone, and it bounced in there, so I got the mode. So this EMP mode is a real mongrel mode because you've got the magnets pulsing on the playfield. So you've got to do 3 shots to the theatre. So there's 1.
Shoot the theater.
2. So that was extremely lucky because normally the magnets pulse and get the ball diverted every which way. So I've hit the guy, charged the phone again, and so my mode is lit, and SIM card is lit, and lock is lit. So the other thing on multi-ball, I'm actually double hitting the flippers to avoid multi-ball. Now, sounds a bit silly, but the idea is I want to start a mode, and now multi-ball will light again, so I can actually bring the multi-ball into the mode, and that didn't work. So what will happen now is on the next ball, multi-ball will be lit straight away and I can't cancel it. So yeah, it's probably what is a fairly smart strategy most of the time.
I must be bad.
That is cancelling the multi-ball and wait to, if you're not in a mode, and then start a mode, and then get it back into scoop again to start the multi-ball. So particularly useful in modes like the EMP strike because it makes it a bit safer when you've got a few more balls flying around. Or maybe acid rain when you need to get to the pop bumpers. Alright, in the scoop.
Ah! Crazy bubble. Boom.
So Lewis bounced it into the SIM card scoop there. So the other thing is, even though I lit SIM card, because I didn't get it when I drained my ball, it's not lit anymore. So there is a setting where you can leave it on, but personally I prefer to play it as it comes from the factory.
Daddy,
Yes.
if you drain your ball and you don't get multi-ball in the mode, can you actually double flip it again?
No, you can't. So see how multi-ball's lit there?
Yep.
I've got to take it.
You can't. This is unbelievable. You haven't done it the last 2 balls.
Righto.
Gotta put mode. Crazy bob.
So yeah, you can see Lewis has got crazy bobs lit, flashing blue up there. So that'll give him a one of the crazy bob modes.
Oh, uh-oh.
And then if that's flashing a different colour, it's red is lit for extra ball, and an orangey colour, it's lit for one of the what's it called, quick multi-balls, and there's 3 of them.
If you can't get this ball longer, it'll be unbelievable.
That's right. So, yeah, I'm sort of stuck. I've got to take this multi-ball now.
Hello.
Oh, you got it.
Electronics
Good.
representative. Please send your phone back to our headquarters for repair.
So, jackpot shots there, upper ramp and there. And the other thing in multi-ball, which is quite cool, is if you get in the phone scoop 3 times,
You add a ball.
you add a ball, correct.
And what happens, these 3 lines that go across, what happens is they turn white or red when they come down each, and then it opens your flipper, so you can't quite kick it far enough and you can drain the ball.
That's right. So I've got 1 in the phone for add a ball. So what Lewis is talking about, see how these lights are going yellow and it's made my flipper flutter. So that makes it actually very weak. And
You can drain the ball.
it's pretty funny when you're trying to do a shot and the ball just bloop, goes up hardly anywhere.
It knocks onto the other flipper, but doesn't make it.
Okay, start another mode while I've got the
You're beating me,
selfie.
He's beating me by 10,000 points.
So flash fire mode, left ramp. You can backhand it sometimes.
It sort of doesn't work.
Oh. So the other thing you can do is get it back in the phone scoop and it will give you extra time. So, yeah, that gave me an extra 5 seconds.
8, 7,
Nothing like pressure, mate.
and 6, and 5, and 4.
Okay, so I've got 2 modes complete. Oh, 3. 1 completed. See how it was red on the screen then, and the orange ones are finished but not completed the objectives.
Hey man, who cares?
Yep.
I walked in last time.
Yeah, that's right. We're 1 each.
Ah! Why'd you do that?
Okay, we'll have another game. We'll try and do a bit better.
I'll beat you.
Yeah, he is trying to put me off my game. I'm not scared. I need Cliffy back here. Him and I were trash talking to each other this afternoon. It's quite good fun.
Oh, you said trash. That's a cool name.
Hey, how you going? Yes, this is Lewis here. And he had a cracking game before you joined. Got 5 modes done and over 500,000 points. So Gold In is a fairly low scoring game. I think normally over 400,000 or 500,000 is not a bad game. Over 2 million is definitely a good game. I've seen a couple of scores of like 12 and maybe a 17 million. A bit hard for me to fathom that. I think 7 point something is maybe my best. And I then I got a few around the 3 and 4 million. Yeah, no, it was a really good game. You got Quantum Theatre multi-ball, which is a new multi-ball in this new code, and he was only 1 mode away from getting chaos in Quantum City. Okay, so whirlwind mode, it's a good fun mode. So you got 4 shots, the blue and green flashing arrows. So
Not quite.
the left ramp that he just tried to do, and if you've got your eye in, the 4 shots can be completed as a combo. So you got your left ramp, then it comes back around to your left flipper, and then you do the right ramp, which is the right orbit. Then it comes back around to this flipper, and you do the left orbit, and then as it comes around, you got to smack the upper flipper and do the upper ramp. So
Come on.
yeah, good fun mode.
I'm not gonna do that.
So
Goodbye.
yeah.
I didn't get
Yeah,
round.
he didn't get the mode, but that's all right. He's charged the phone and started the next mode.
Straight
So-
off the other mode.
See how it's yellow up on the screen? The hillside mode, which was the whirlwind, means, again, completed. but, well, finished, but not actually completed the objectives. So with the eruption mode, it's not too hard as long as the ball is kind to you, in that you need to get it up the centre like that, and then do the right ramp or the right orbit, which is this shot here. So really, Lou needs to get the ball onto
It's a
his
very hard shot.
left flipper. Good save, mate. Okay. Oh. So try the ramp, the other ramp. Now bring it. Oh. When that diverter's down, it's a real pain. Okay. Right. That's alright. You probably won't get it done in the 7 seconds, so... Oh, nice! Go for your bob, you've got a crazy mode, Luke.
Let's go for more ball.
Oh, good one.
I'm having a very good ball here.
Yeah, okay. Go for your mode again. That'll be 3 modes. Okay. So he's got the drop target mini mode. Now, you probably can't see it on the stream, but on the theatre there's a little hologram, and there's actually virtual drop targets there. When I first got the game, it said hit the spinner, and I didn't know where it was, and I thought the game was missing something, but yeah, it's a virtual spinner along with virtual drop targets. So I went too hard for the skill shot there, which is just between the pop bumpers and the ramp.
Oh, come on. Come on, okay.
Okay, so charge the phone, started it, so eruption mode again. So up the centre, then the right orbit. Most of the times you can catch the ball coming out of the scoop. So there we go, right ramp, now back into the theatre. Normally you can hold it if you nudge it enough to get it across. The other thing with dialed in, the tilt warnings are per game, not per ball. So I'm on 1 tilt warning for this particular game. So I've got to get across to the right flipper, or left flipper. Sorry, don't have my left from the right. Okay, Big Bang is lit. How much time? So I've got plenty of time yet. Yes, it is actually very similar to Adam's Family Skill Shot.
Wait, am I beating you?
Yeah, you're beating me, mate. You got 3 modes done. And you got your 4th one lit, I think?
Yeah, fourth one.
Yeah, so go for your mode.
No, anyway.
There you go, so Lewis got the skill shot, now upper flipper and lock it. Oh, he got in the SIM card, so that's the super skill shot. Oh, bad Big Bang. No,
I
no.
got your Big Bang.
Hey, you're right, you got a ball save.
Good job.
Okay, see if you can start your... Oh dear, very unlucky. Oh, still too hard. So yeah, I got Big Bang lit, but I don't want to use it until I've started a mode. So this is definitely a game where you need decent ball control, because I found if you just flail all the time, it doesn't work that well. Acid Rain. This is the weird mode. Basically, you got to hit the pop bumper 6 times, which I think I have, and then I think you got to hit the ramp 2 or 3 times. The left ramp, that is. If I actually finish this, it'll be the first time I've ever finished the mode without using Big Bang. There we go. So 1 shot left. Yes, there we go. So now, I've got my SIM card lit, and there we go. Bounced it off that target straight into the SIM card hole.
And now he's got D lit.
Yep, so correct. So see how it's gone red, that mode? Means it's completed and all objectives finished. And D is lit.
Extra ball.
So let's.
Yeah, you're
Wasn't watching.
beating me by
Yeah, I'm just. I'm not sure. Wisdom to the wise that I don't know how many points you get if you get Big Bang in a mode. Let me know if you know. Is it still the 50,000 points or is it less?
Oh, you're 11.
I'm just not sure of that.
You get 41 to beat me.
No value.
No, I mean 42.
So on this machine,
Oh no, you're beating me. You're beating me.
I can backhand the
It's time for
phone most of the time, except that time. I mentioned this before. Bit of a pain on this particular machine. The ball does sit behind the guy sometimes. Doesn't really matter now because I'm not in a mode, but it does suck if you're in a competition and you've got a time mode counting down. You've only got one shot to go and it gets stuck because you've got to wait for it to do a ball search. Oh, well, that happens.
He's beating me.
Thanks, Alex. That's awesome for that clip. Righto, Lou.
I need to beat Dad.
So, see if we can start a mode.
Shoot left.
So, I haven't explained yet how you actually light locks for multi-ball on this machine. What you need to do is combos of ramps, I believe, for the first one. So I think it's left ramp, right ramp, or right ramp, left ramp, and then it will light the lock shot, which is the upper flipper
Right
shot
down the middle.
up here. Quite a tricky shot until you get used to it.
You're beating me, Dad. You won.
Skill shot. Hands down.
Oh. Okay, how'd we go there? I think I beat Lewis that time. Just today's high scores.
Why did you do that for me?
When you get a proper high score, you can. Okay, so yeah, 340. That's an okay score, but nothing too exciting. Alright, mate, you go first.
I'm gonna beat Dad.
You gonna beat me again? Take
Dad,
it away.
if you beat me, I'm game over.
Right it does award you for combo shots, and again, that's one of the really nice things about this machine. You know, you can go ramp, loop, center, upper ramp, loop, and get heaps of combos, and it's just really, really flowy.
I love it when I do that.
Soccer game is canceled.
Hey, Tom.
Volcano will
Nice
be
computer, mate.
erupting.
this just in.
Yes. The in terms of wisdom of the wise, your comment there. The 50,000 points, like in a competition, it really depends how your opponents are doing. Like if everyone's having a shocker of a game, no one's completed any modes. Taking Big Bang outside of mode for 50,000 points can be worthwhile. I know when I was down in Melbourne playing in the match play comp there, I thought, sweet, dial in, I've got one, I know how to play it. And I was getting 40 and 50,000 points for a complete game because it was set up really hard. So it really does depend on how you're playing. Like I've said on some of the other streams I've been doing, at home I don't play to exploit and get the maximum score. I normally try and play to finish the game. Like that's my objective with Dialed In at the moment. Is I want to get to the final showdown mode, which is when you spell all the Dialed In letters by collecting 8 SIM cards. So yeah, I tend to save my big bags up if I can. Big bangs, yes. Until it's a mode that is either timing out quickly or it's got shots that I know are a bit tricky to do. Oh, beautiful. So that's the perfect Big Bang. Were you in a mode, Lou? No. Okay. So if you are in a mode, and you hit the big bang, and then it bounces off that into the SIM card, that's the perfect combo because it completes the mode, yes, for a few less points, but you also do get the SIM card. And then what the SIM card does is multiplies values somehow in your
I love
bonus.
this mode, so easy.
But someone who knows the game better than me can probably explain it better. So yeah, this Meteor Storm mode is very easy.
And I put
Lewis joked. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 stand-up targets. You just got to hit 5 individual targets. Yeah, look, that was a pretty good ball by Lewis for ball 1. 95,000, not heaps of points, but definitely got a few modes.
Keep going.
Oh,
Okay, so I've got my mode lit. So these are the combos I was talking about. Well, that was only 3 combos. Okay, the other thing I haven't talked about yet is see the Quantum Theatre, right? There are 4 sort of mini modes that you've got to get to Quantum Theatre Multi-Ball, which Lewis actually got in his first game tonight. So one of the things is the train bash. So that's basically when you do transit shots, which are like your ramps.
I know how to do them. I've got
I think
that.
if you do 2 ramps, and then the transit shots will be lit, and you bash the train in the middle.
I've done that 1,000 times.
Yep. So that's one of them. And the other one is spider.
Yes.
So this is a spider target. You hit it 2 times. A spider will appear in the theatre, and you shoot it. The third one is drones. So here's your drone targets. Hit them a few times. Collect the drone package in the theatre. And the other one is the drop targets, the kilowatt drop targets. You hit the QED guy, the guy in the middle here, a couple of times, and then when there's like the charge, it's like a Tesla coil sort of thing in the theatre. When it's lit, you collect it. And if you do all 4 of those things, you start them, you don't have to finish them. That lights Quantum Theatre Multi-Ball, which is the new multi-ball mode in this the new code.
Let's get them on.
So it's just, that's one thing that, hey Cliffy, you got home, mate. The one thing that I found I really like about different pinball titles is when you have a number of side objectives to go for, and I think that Quantum Theatre Multi-Ball is a really good example of a side mode. Just like in AC/DC with the bell and your 2 orbit shots for the Stuff Awards. Oh. Hopeless. No? Okay, so eruption again. Center shot. And then the orbit. So there's the center shot. And then the right orbit.
Right ramp.
Or right ramp as it calls it.
We're not going to let a little lava.
Ah, yes. Michael. Michael's one of the guys that have got a huge score on this. I think 9 million or something, wasn't it, mate? I remember seeing on Aussie Arcade. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm still a few million off that.
So do you know what you should do to this pinball thing? When you get acid rain, it should sprinkle over to the screen so then you can't see.
Yep. That'd be a good idea. Good to hear, Cliffy, that you got back. So yeah, Cliff or Pin Cliff is, as he is on here. You can look back at one of the other videos from earlier today. Come up to pick a machine up. So him and I had a bit of a stream on Quicksilver and Paragon, and it was a heap of fun. A little bit of trash talking.
Trash, I know the word trash is cool.
Yeah, and we were, I reckon, almost perfectly matched. We had to go down to a single ball to decide, and Cliffy won it. And even did a few running repairs along the way. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, Michael, isn't it? You can play this game and think you're doing okay, and then it just smashes you. And look, the perfect example. I'm probably the worst person to be doing a tutorial on this. At the competition we had here on Saturday, just gone, I in the top 8 had to play this game, and no one else really knew how to play it in my group, and I got like 60,000 and they all got 300,000. So yeah, got smashed. Okay, so Lewis is set up with not a bad score, 250,000.
Are you beating me?
And I'm only 50,000. No, I'm not beating you yet.
You won't beat me? Wait, what ball was that?
Yeah, so the old selfie mode's a bit of fun, particularly if you pull a few stupid faces while you're playing.
Oh yeah, that was my last ball.
So, mode lit. So this is a emoji mode. So yeah, you got to hit the 2 ramps and the phone scoop to clear the emojis. The other thing that I like about these mini modes, or whatever they're called, crazy modes, is that you can stack them. So I can start a normal mode at the same time, and same with your quick 2-ball multi-balls. You can do a 2-ball multi-ball and build up and start a mode. So my mode here is the EMP strike, which is the nasty one with the magnets go. You do 3 shots up the middle. So on the surface it's not that hard, but when the magnets pulse the ball away, it sucks. Here we go, so I should be able to get my 3rd shot, finish the mode. So I've still got emojis. So I don't know whether, presume it fills up the screen and then the mode stops, I think.
Oh, there's a poop! There's a poop! There's a poop!
Oh, there was it. The poop emoji.
That poop emoji.
Yeah, I don't know about downloading them.
Hey, that's me!
Righto, go for it. To be honest, I don't know there's too many of mine that I'd want to download. Righto, put your name in.
My number.
Chocolate ice cream.
Where is it? Oh,
What
yeah.
are you on delete? What?
Who cares? That's my name.
See if we don't you talk. Righto, that'll do. Ah, look, it took the photo of me.
No! You took every photo of me!
Are you done? You better. We're going, taking the boat out tomorrow, going skiing and wakeboarding, and Lewis is going to try and get up on skis for the first time. So,
I got my floaty skis and I haven't got the
yeah.
knee
So you better go to bed, mate. I'll keep going.
See ya.
Say good night.
See ya!
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
Oh, there's a floaty screen.
Hang on, there's a big green frog outside. I've just got to let him out.
Again, I'm taking. So it doesn't go. So literally, right. Kicking away. Oh, he's right there. He's right there.
We live in tropical North Queensland, and I've got 2 boys and 2 girls, but it's almost like 4 girls sometimes when they see a green frog.
I dialed in. Ready?
Okay, let's see if we can at least get to chaos in Quantum City. Yeah. So again, get good control of the ball if you're not making shots, and it didn't help at all. So if you hear the increasing pitch sounds, that's the combos, and because of those, that was that transit thing. You can see up on the screen now, the train bash. So that's 1/4 of the objectives you've got to complete to get Quantum Theatre multi-ball. So I've started, that's all I've got to do. I'll get more points in the multi-ball, I believe that's how it works. That your jackpots are worth more the more shots you do within these mini modes. But like, it's a bit of a stretch to get there, so I tend to just let them do what they do and continue to try and actually get and complete modes. So that's 2 to the theatre, and of course that stupid QED guy has come across just when I don't need him to. Here we go. Okay, so that's the 3 shots. So my SIM card is lit. I tend not to deliberately go for the SIM card because it's so hard. I might try now, glance it off something. But better off trying to, in my opinion, start another mode, maybe start a multi-ball, and seeing if you can collect it then. So ideally what I'll be doing, because my phone is lit, is starting the mode, and then during the mode do the upper ramp shot to lock the ball, and then get the multi-ball after that. So I sort of had things set up nicely there, but couldn't handle the pace. Yeah, it's the original Cliffies. So so Michael just asked about the protectors in the scoops. When I bought this machine, it was before they'd been supplying them with them free of charge. So I actually paid extra to get the genuine Cliffy ones. Look, I don't have a whole lot of trouble with the scoop. There are a few rejects, but I think it's less than 10% of the time. Yeah, personally, I think it's about the right level of, you know, you want your mode start shot to not be a complete walk in the park. So this mode here, flash fires, you hit the ramp and then the BOB targets, the ramp, the BOB targets, then ramp, one more ramp shot, switch, nearly made it. There we go. So that's completed that mode. So our SIM card will be lit. There we go, backhanding it. So alien mode, there's actually a strobing shot that goes around the playfield. That's the purple one. It was there, and a second before I got that shot, moved to the ramp. Now it'll be in the upper shot. It's in the theatre now, and I've just missed it. Okay, so I think after it does 1 or 2 laps, it just any shot is it, and then you actually have to get all the major shots on the machine, which are the 2 ramps, the 2 orbits, and the upper ramp, I believe, maybe the theatre as well. So it's quite a hard mode, the alien one. So it's one that I definitely take the big bang if I can, or try and bring it into multi-ball. So as you know, I've timed out of that mode. Oh, I keep cycling left to right. Okay, thanks. So I've only got 3 modes done. 2 of them are completed. Got extra ball lit. So let's try and charge the phone up. start a mode. Oh, beautiful, when it bounces in like that.
Extra ball.
Lava is coming right at us.
So, eruption mode, middle, right orbit.
Alert for volcanic activity in the hillside.
Shoot the right ramp.
Ah, stuck behind the thing.
Careful.
So you'll notice that my kickback isn't lit, so I've got to get those 2 bob letters to relight that. So oh well, I might get this eruption mode if I'm lucky.
Shoot the theater.
Ash has covered most of the hillside.
Oh, should have gone in the theatre then. There we go.
Another eruption.
So one more right orbit, and then the theatre.
The right.
There we go. 0 seconds left. Ah, got a SIM card from the previous mode, but yeah, I've timed out of that mode, which sucks because it was one easy shot left to go.
Penalty alert. Conditions are now clear.
So because I've already got an extra ball, I'm not actively going for the other extra ball that's lit. I'd prefer to let that shot happen in the course of play because there's plenty of modes that use that shot. So try and just continue getting modes. There we go. Singularity, you got to go the left route, left loop. So try and catch the ball on the way out
Warning network of
and actually get the shot rather than miss it.
forming over the goal.
Shoot the left loop. Shoot the theater.
Oh. So I still got an extra ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modes. So if I can get another mode, it'll light Chaos in Quantum City, which is the one of the mini wizard modes. Okay, so I've got Big Bang lit. So again, don't want to burn it until I start a mode. There we go, beautiful. So Meteor Storm, this is pretty easy mode. Hitting the stand-up targets 5 times. So ideally here, I'll either just complete the mode without Big Bang or start multi-ball. So I've hit them, I don't know, 2 or 3 times already. So 2 shots left. There we go, 1 more. There we go, so that's that mode finished. So now, so I've got my SIM card lit,
Situation has returned.
and
Normal.
SIM card is lit.
so as it catches up, I believe, yeah. So the phone should start going orange. Have we got 6 modes? Maybe not. No, I must have to get 1 more mode to get Chaos in Quantum City. There we go, so my phone's green. Try and backhand it into the phone. Oh. Ooh. So it actually knows if it misses the ball save, it gives you a
Shoot the left ramp.
it gives you a back. Don't. There we go. So sinkhole modes is your orbit shots. If I can try and start multi-ball ideally. You got to do 5 of them. Useless.
Careful.
Yeah, look, Michael, I actually find doing catches on this game pretty okay. I don't know, I've still got the original rubber on there, which I think it's normal red rubber. So I've got Titan, well, I've got a full Titan kit for it. I've only put it on the slingshots and a couple of the rubbers up there that got
Hello.
messed up a little bit from the original machine, or original rubbers that came with the machine. So I got the skill shot. Big points. What do you get? 10 million, 10,000 or something. Oh. And the other thing is too, just knowing when to leave it to bounce from one flipper across to the other.
Shoot the left rim.
Can't get the fine shot now. Oh. There we go. So Earthshaker, you got these two shots lit to start with.
According to the early warning,
Then I think the center shot.
activity has been detected in the industrial district.
Go up the ramp again. Now try for the center. Oh,
Shoot the left rim.
I'll just keep going up that ramp.
Shoot the left loop.
Upper ramp. So that's finished that mode.
Early warning network has canceled the alert.
So again, let's not worry about going for the SIM card. I should have gone for the SIM card now.
Card is
No, I don't really think that a stronger coil is needed for the upper flipper. It's just getting the timing right. Look, to answer your question, mate, this gear isn't mine. I borrowed the laptop and I borrowed the cameras from a couple other local guys. So what I'm doing is just streaming most nights while I've got the gear, because a couple of the Townsville local people have asked for some sort of tutorials on some of the machines that are around town. So that's my main motivation at the moment, but I'm having a fair bit of fun doing it actually, like particularly when today Cliffy come over and you got two people going. So yeah, normally if I can help my wife get the kids to bed by 6:30, 7 Queensland time, Lewis and I can do a little bit of streaming around 7:30 most nights. So we'll see how we go for the next couple of weeks, but I've got to unfortunately go back to work next week, so I might be a bit more knackered.
shoot the right rim. Shoot the right rim.
There we go, finally got that ramp shot. So in the alien mode, I've only got one more mode to go, one more shot to do, which is the right orbit. So I'm actually gonna, I did plan on cancelling multi-ball, but I was talking too much. So I'll take the multi-ball now and try and do the right orbit shot. So I've missed finishing the mode. So now in multi-ball, what I'll try and do is shoot the. Oh no, I did get the mode. Great. Try and shoot the scoop to get my adder ball. So I just got one more shot to the scoop, the phone scoop, to get an adder ball. I've also got Big Bang lit, there we go. So I'll have a 3-ball multi-ball now. So if I get Big Bang, it'll collect the lit or the jackpot shots. So I don't know what jackpots are worth off the top of my head during multi-ball, so I don't know if it's a good idea to go for it or not. But again, because I play to try and finish the game rather than just get points, I probably normally would try and leave the Big Bang during multi-ball and save it up for a mode to complete a hard mode. See the weak flipper there? That's the fluttering flipper during the multi-ball when those lights get down to the bottom. Net flippers don't go out. Ah. Thanks, Tom. I'll keep it going if I can. And yeah, when Jason wants his cameras back, I might try and rig up something there. It's like hitting the ramp shot on Whirlwind. It is, except I haven't played a Whirlwind where that upper flipper's really nice and strong, so this is much nicer than that. Yeah, look, the Townsville scene up here now is cranking along. I have a couple of big comps at my place a couple of times a year. Then there's another guy, a local, who has them once a month on a Friday night in his shed, which is awesome. He's got, I think, over 20 machines now. And then Jason, who runs Empire, he'd have, 20 machines at least. And we have a Monday night comp there. And it's really, really good fun and great to see a few more newbies sort of coming out and giving it a good go. So, yeah, it started pretty small here. I remember I sort of put a thing up on one of the forums about a pinball get-together we were having, and there was 3 people here and everyone had a bit of a chuckle, but it's grown from that into we'll regularly get 25, 30 people at the other guys' comps, which is really good. Yeah, look, if you're travelling up here for work, let me know. Might even be able to come out here or to some of the other places. And like Tom, Binary Nomad, said above, Jason's Barcade is really cool. So what have I got? I don't know how many modes I've been doing because I've not been concentrating on that. So you can overcharge the phone, like it would have been at over 100% then, and I think your points in your mode increase very slightly when that happens. So the other thing you can do is you can actually select what mode you want to go into. I don't think of this too much, so I think you can see it on the screen, but there's a little cursor around or a little outline around each of the unlit modes. So when you hit the flipper, the next mode you go to will be the next one. So if I backhand it now, it should go into Meteor mode, which is one that I like. Yeah. So that's probably not a bad strategy in a comp, like if there's a mode that you know you're good at or is going to be advantageous for you to actually do that. So there we go, I got the big bang shot. Not ideal in that mode because it's fairly easy. So 600,000, that's getting to not a bad score. But I still haven't got to Chaos in Quantum City, so I want to do that.
Hello.
Not quite hard enough on the skill shot. So there we go, I've got the Meteor mode straight up. Three shots to go. So again, letting the ball bounce from one flipper to the other, I find in this game, like most others, is really important. As well as not letting it drain, that's a fairly important concept to get your head around, which I haven't got. No worries, Michael. Good to see you.
Big point.
Ah.
Continue playing.
But yeah, I don't know if you heard that, but the kickback being lit. So again, that's the advantage of lighting those bob targets. You give yourself a nice little ball save there on that left out lane. Again, let the ball bounce from one flip to the other, get control, try and backhand in the scoop and fail dismally. There we go, that's good.
That soccer game is canceled. Another big hit.
There we go. 2 more shots like that. Whoop. And I've got a emoji mode at the same time. So, like before, let's hit the ramps and the scoop to clear the emojis off the screen. So try and post pass the ball across because I want to do the right loop in my eruption mode. Ugh. Bounce and right orbit, still no good. So, not a brilliant game. Okay, tidal wave. This is a pretty cool mode. So basically, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the upper ramp shot, 5th shot lit. So how it works, or from what I understand how it works, is you can finish this mode in 1 shot, which is the upper ramp shot. But if you do the other shots, I believe it gives you a lot more points for the mode. So it's sort of one of those risk-reward things. Do you just finish it, or do you try and build up some points? So the current value is 47,000 for the tidal ramp. Now it's worth 55,000. Now it's worth 63,000. So, which, as you've seen from some of the scores, that's not an insignificant. So now it's 69,000. But I've only got 2 seconds left, and I'm not going to get the mode. If I hit that shot, I would have. Alright, let's have a decent game. I'm just going to turn the air conditioning temperature down.
Quantum City News, I'm Mike Benter, signing off.
Alright, let's do it. Chaos in Quantum City, bare minimum. It's interesting that the hitting the QED guy, the moving guy across the middle, is actually a fairly safe shot. So you think a shot right there with a target would always go down through the flippers, but I can't remember too many times when that's actually happened to me. So it's obviously been designed just the right angle that it doesn't do that. Okay, so Alien, try and do that left shot straight away. Didn't help. So now it's a strobing shot, so I wait till it gets in the center. There. So it's a lot easier to get. So I've got the hardest shot, which is the upper ramp shot. So now we're going to do left ramp, right ramp, and left orbit to complete this mode. So and the theatre shot again. So let's give me another few seconds. Go to theatre. It's got a good bit of comedy in it too, this game. Like the characters, they're all a bit stereotypical of different things. They've got some funny names. So it's always good to just like, that's what I find about this machine. It's just a good fun machine. So. Ah, wasn't watching. Okay, skill shot. Go for the super skill shot by getting it in the SIM card or the upper loop. No. But there we go, straight into a mode. So, nice easy one to start with.
This
One hit.
warning network has issued an alert. Meteor storm is developing over the downtown area.
Shoot, stand up.
2, 3. There are 2 shots to go in 13 seconds. There is a target up in the top of the pump bobbers there. I've hit him. So my SIM card is now lit.
Alert has ended.
Phone is not fully charged.
Normal. Lock is lit.
So hit the guy to charge the phone again. 1. So again, first 2 modes you've only got to hit him once. So if I want to select my mode, so I've got eruption, whatever that one is, can't remember. Flash fires and we'll go earthquake. So 2 orbit shots this time. So I think this one must be a random shot mode. Because it was different last time. Oh dear.
Skill shot. Transit value.
Right, third mode, alien invasion, hard one.
Early warning network alert has just come in.
Try and backhand the ramp.
Spacecraft are attacking quantum
Ah, not quite.
Shoot the side ramp. Shoot the right
Oh.
ramp.
So this is the thing, it can be so punishing this game. Had a couple of games where I got 500,000-600,000 and now you're lucky to make 150,000.
Shoot the
So sometimes I tend just to do, rather than go for the skill shot, do a hard plunge because I know it'll come straight back to the flipper so I can charge the phone up and drain.
skill shot. Bonus X.
So just glance the guy then. Let it sit there, backhand it. Ah. Maybe. There we go. So the tricky one in terms of because the magnets are pulsing.
causing destructive power surges throughout the loop.
Shoot the theater.
Struggling with this one. Normally theatre shot's probably the easiest shot in the game. Apart from the QED guy. try and post pass it across. Ooh.
Left ramp.
So I've got 2 warnings, 2 tilt warnings, so they'll carry over to the next ball. Yeah, that's exactly right, Tom.
Ball
Or when people are watching him.
shoot the left ramp.
Oh.
Phone must be charged before continuing.
Lots of nothing. Oh.
This newscast brought to you by Dialed In Electronics, years of advanced mobile technology.
The other option on a plunge is to do a soft plunge and just try and get it to the upper flipper and light one or two of your big bang shots while you're in ball save. So, okay, so the whirlwind mode, which is a nice combo one. So you do your left ramp, right ramp.
Shoot the right ramp.
As I was saying before, this mode's really nice because all the shots can actually be comboed together.
Don't let that tornado interrupt your flow.
Obviously I haven't done it, but... Oh. There we go, now right orbit, left orbit, sorry.
Secure enough.
Shoot the left loop.
There, and upper flipper shot. Oh, it's not going to feed it to me. So I want to go up through the middle
Trouble for
and... Ah! I actually find one thing that's also really interesting on this game is if I go from left flipper through the theatre to feed the upper right flipper, I've got a lot more chance of doing it than if I use the right flipper to go through the theatre. And it just must be maybe it's a psychological thing or a timing thing, but I don't seem to be able to have that shot nailed in very well.
hillside
Another big hit.
blowing its top. Extensive damage has been reported.
Shoot
Right orbit. So I've locked it, so I could cancel my multi-ball, but I've got 4 shots to go in the mode and 22 seconds. So I'll actually let it drain out onto the flipper and hopefully start multi-ball
There goes
while I'm still in the mode. And there we go.
I think we have time for a few more.
So jackpots, here, upper ramp and right ramp.
there's a mystery.
Now, it's a bit hard to keep track of your mode progress during multi-ball. So you're sort of best to just, I don't know, take it as it comes. Now the other thing is Big Bang is lit, so I'm probably worth actually going for that because it will get me jackpots and finish my mode for me if I don't run out of time first, which I must be getting close to. So ideally I'd hit Big Bang in the next 3 seconds. But just getting the ball to exactly the right spot in your flipper can be challenging. There we go, got it.
All sports activities.
shoot the left ramp.
Hopefully I've got it.
Exit.
Yes, I must have, because I've got the SIM card lit.
Straw ball.
There we go, bounced into the SIM card, which is
The
nice.
alert. Conditions are clear.
Phone up. Level 2.0.
Okay,
Face the breeze.
so Meteor Storm mode is hitting those targets.
Causing extensive damage downtown.
Shoot stand up.
go. Should only have one more, I believe. Okay, take a deep breath and there we go, finish.
Early warning network has
Okay, what do we got there?
conditions are now.
Oh, extra ball.
SIM card is linked.
So I'm just going to keep going for modes right now. Try and stay fairly calm. Like there's a bit of a frenzy there, so it's good to
Now it's time
pause for a bit and take stock. There we go. Ooh, nasty.
Early warning network alert. Electromagnetic pulses have been detected.
I admire your gaming.
No, I was going to get that one. So that's 4 modes completed. All finished. Oh, bit of a weak shot. So again, that was one of my Big Bang shots. Big Bang gets progressively harder as you progress through the game. To light, you got to hit it more and more times. Apparently the phone scoop does too, because I can't hit it. There we go. Sinkholes, your 2 orbits, 5 of them. Not 5 each, just 5 in total.
Falling out of the financial district as buildings tumble.
Shoot the left loop.
Big back is lit. Crazy.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
We'll just stay right over
Shoot the right loop.
So now it's forced me to shoot the right loop.
Things are going south.
There we go, 1. What have I got now? Oh, it's the center shot.
A mystery package awaiting pickup.
Ah! Spewing. No worries, Tom. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one more mode, and then I'll get to Chaos in Quantum City. Should get there, but not speak too soon. A Big Bang lit. Lucky I got a ball save, so I'll do a hard plunge here because I want to get the ball back,
Shoot the left ramp.
hit the guy, charge the phone up. So he'll take, oh, what is it, 2 or 3 hits? There we go. Tidal wave, so this is the upper ramp shot. In the interest of trying to get to Chaos in Quantum City, I'll take that Big Bang. So now my SIM card will light,
Nice shot.
and
Ended. Situation has returned.
in the new code, it's really nice because this mode here, Chaos in Quantum City, the SIM cards stay, well, you can collect them, whereas in the old code you couldn't. So yeah, when the phone's going orange, that is a wizard mode. So this is Chaos in Quantum City.
We have a lock on you. You cannot escape.
This is pretty cool with the lights off because you get a real nice strobing effect
It's chaos.
with the lights. So basically same thing, 3 jackpot shots, the white arrows. It's not a hugely high scoring mode, but it's a good opportunity to collect the SIM cards now in this new code. And you get lots of weak fluttering flippers, so when these lights down here get to the flippers, you, yeah, they all weaken and flutter. So this is a 5-ball mode. You think surely with this many balls I'll be able to get the SIM card? Haven't got it yet. So if you're doing that, it's probably best to just try and shoot up the centre to the 2 targets to either side of the theatre, because you're hopefully able to get a lucky bounce into there. So, so 66,000, not really worth doing too much. But I'm up to 1,000,000 points now. So let's keep going, see if we can get to Armageddon.
Charge up the floor.
One more hit. There we go. Let it bounce and straight in. Okay, flash fires, ramp, and then the bob targets. Do that 3 times. So there's the ramp.
Shoot the BOB target.
And I sort of need to shoot them anyway because
The left
my BOB targets aren't lit, or the kickback's not lit. Okay, so I just got one more shot to do for this mode, which is the ramp. Beautiful. So I have another SIM card lit now.
Cancelled the alert. Conditions are clear.
SIM card is lit.
So I actually, I was going for the bob targets then to relight the kickback, and of course that was something that made me drain. It sucks. So on my last ball, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 modes to go, but I do have an extra ball lit, so I'll prioritise starting the mode and then going for that left loop shot to try and collect my extra ball. There we go, straight in the SIM card, which there was 2 SIM cards I think built up before.
According to the early warning network, seismic activity has been detected in the industrial district.
Shoot the right ramp.
Okay, I better go for the shot because it'll bring it back to the flipper, and then there we go. Got my extra ball. And I started Drones Gone Wild. So in this one, you hit the drone target 3 times, and it'll give you a SIM card. So this would be a great time to have Big Bang lit. Oh, there we go. I finished the mode and I collected the SIM card. Got it. So, look, given where I am in the game, I was going to say I'm not going to go for the drone stuff. I'm actually going to concentrate on building up modes because you can do them while you've got those quick multi-balls going.
There goes another special delivery.
So, I don't know if I should learn from my previous mistake or go and try and light the bob again so I get my kickback lit. Oh, come on, that should have hit it. Alright, I'll try for the O in the bob shot. No. Choked. So yeah, that was pretty good. 3 modes away from getting to Armageddon. So that's only today's high score, so I won't worry. Rightio. I might have one more game and then call it a night. Problem is I've had me a good one now, so I probably won't be able to repeat it.
Transit value held.
Super skill shot because I got the skill shot and then got it into the SIM card slot. So yeah, this Earthshaker mode must be random because the lights are changing all the time.
Shoot the right ramp.
There we go. Up the center.
Shoot the right ramp.
Beautiful.
We survived that crisis.
Okay, 1 mode finished. That's a good start.
The alert. Conditions. Lock is lit.
Yeah, thanks. That was a good game that I just had.
Skill shot. Transit value held.
Sinkholes, my 2 orbits.
Early warning network alert has been issued for signal
1,
central district.
Shoot the left.
2. And I got the emojis happening.
No, I hate emojis.
Oh. I've got to pull something out if I'm going to make this last game a decent game. There we go, 3 skill shots, so pretty happy with that.
Transit value held.
There is another special delivery. A mystery package awaiting pickup. An electric origin is causing destructive power surges throughout the loop.
Oh, not quite hard enough. One more.
Big bang is done.
I won't take the multi-ball because I've only got 1 shot left and it'll probably be my undoing. Oh, I must have cancelled the multi-ball. Oh, well, I'll take it now.
Electromagnetic
So I got 1 more shot to finish the mode. So oh well, I should be able to get it. There we go. So now my SIM card's lit.
Still approaching.
early warning network has canceled the
So
alert. Conditions
probably best to actually try and focus on getting some jackpots now, or my Addaball, which is getting it in the phone scoop. So I can't catch the ball because the flipper's gone weak there. Again, really fun feature of this game. Oh, got the big bang, so that would have given me a few points. SIM card lit. Rightio. Yeah, 400,000, not so bad. Righto, hope you enjoyed that.
This concludes
Don't know if I'll do a stream tomorrow night. We've got some guests coming over. I might be able to convince them to have a go, but they don't play pinball at all, so it might be for a laugh. Otherwise, maybe Saturday night. Might do Black Hole, maybe go back to an old school game. So, see you next time.